All right, podcast teaser May 10th, 510-20 It's the Randcast from the Randatorium. Casey James, Rock and Randy, asking you right off the bat to please like, subscribe. You know what would be titties too? Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our content as it's personally uploaded by Rand now. Fucking content coming out the ass for all y'all.
That'd be titties.
And you know it'd be great too, especially our students, but any fans of ours, share that shit. Why not copy, paste, and share when you come up to something? I know I get PMs all the time about things that people are entertained by that I'm not even fucking trying to be entertaining. I think we could actually make a mint, and I said this, 12 years ago. We should just put a GoPro on the top of my fucking head or around my neck and send me out in the public. Like, Casey will tell you what it's like just going to get coffee with me and going to get...
Yeah, we should tape a GoPro to your forehead.
What's it like? Like, look at that kid now. You've been back here a year and change. 13 months, 14 months?
Something like that.
And look at the ingratiation. Let's not say the name so we don't get the kid in trouble, but where we get coffee traditionally every Saturday. I mean, what the fuck kind of hookup do we have now?
Yeah, a good one.
They used to charge us through the ass for the espresso. Now this kid, he gives us like fucking 8 shots a piece for a good tip just because I make him laugh, entertain him, fuck with him, The kids at the fucking Popeyes, tell them.
They love you.
You were ashamed of me at first. You didn't understand
because they weren't on board at first.
They were freaked out. I told you it's going to work. But, I go there and I go, hello. I start fucking with the drive-thru right away, and the kids are great. They fucking hand and foot. I don't have to wait. We were there a couple weeks ago. It was like fucking 10 cars, man. And the motherfucker going through a Popeyes drive-thru, he's ordering dinner for the fam, so I could be there a while. Went right in. They fucking, hey, it's that old funny fucker. Hook him up,
Yeah.
And then what about the kids at Taco Bell?
I don't know. Are you in their good graces?
You were there when I first said on the thing, Gianna Richie.
Did they sell? I don't remember.
Yeah, remember when the kid said, so Gianna likes a Baja Blast Freeze.
Yeah. Basically,
that's just that off-colored, off-flavored Mountain Dew slushy. And I say, yes, I like this, that, the other thing. And can I also get a large Baja Finger Blaster Freeze? In case he used to be like, stop it, dude. But the fucking kids laugh like how when I came through the second time, I'm like, wait, could you repeat that? What else? So he could have his buddy on the headset. And then when John goes in alone, they go, your dad's the one that calls it the Finger Blaster Freeze. Wah, 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 wah. Now I'm starting to do it to those bastards at the Subway place.
Jimmy John's?
Yeah. See how I'm getting over with them too?
Yeah, they seem pretty receptive to the...
They were stiff at first, right?
Were they? Yeah.
A little bit. A little bit, but now they're starting to love. So,
they're starting to warm up.
Point being, man, don't be afraid to share our links and say, hey, word of mouth is the best. This kid came here, and I'll let you tell it so it's not just me fucking spouting off. And this is just a teaser, so we're going to dip out in a minute here. What about that kid that came in at PPW 400 and just unsolicited went crazy with a beautiful post about what we're doing here?
Yeah, he gave us a real nice review, a real nice pimp out, shout out.
He put us over the other Chicago crap, and it's the first time that he's been here, But he tagged, he shared. I mean, fucking kid, and it's what companies like ours need is support, ECW in its heyday was the shits. It was the shits. Those matches were the shits, but with a handful of things that made sense. But the bottom line to it was you knew it was decent fucking young guys working their asses off together, and it was an alternative.
And they had good word of mouth.
That's what I was getting at the end of the day. It's about the word of mouth. And today it's so much easier and better because that's how you build via social media.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's amazing how good a word of mouth they had with limited,
Yeah.
There was no social media.
Mm-mm. But there was tape trading, and really, man, the biggest thing back then was the first, in my opinion, social media was AOL Messenger.
Yeah. Tape trading, magazines, AOL.
That's how they did most of the shit, is through a messenger, you know?
Yeah.
Which is so funny because I don't know what AOL does anymore. Like, how are they in business and successful?
I don't either.
You know? They're getting trounced in every facet. So anyway, I saw it today, and I'm not the biggest Adam Cole fan, only because I don't like a guy that calls himself a wrestler that has nut swingers that you look at him and you say, not only would I be able to kick this guy's ass, I don't see him fucking being a problem. I don't like the overrated. But I don't like overrated anything. I hate Eddie Vedder. You know who Eddie Vedder is?
Yes.
Can't stand that overrated son of a bitch. You know? I mean, just for example, outside of wrestling, I don't like overrated because I'm the guy who's had to work with fucking nothing, and whatever I've had to work with and whatever respect I have and whatever I've done has come from hard work, you know? Nobody's ever been a nut swinger for old Rand, you know? But today I saw that he gave some propers to an agent. Like, he went out and made some public statement to the Meltzers or the WrestleZoners or whoever the fuck elsers are out there. But he put Jerry Lynn over as an agent.
Yeah.
And I respect that,
Yeah.
you know. But what I like about that is when I was at TNA in 2006, it was, there were things that I could accomplish there with Dutch Mantell. Coulter, who was basically the head of creative then, along with Jeff Jarrett, who was very scattered. You know, let's face his wife, Jill, was fighting breast cancer for the second time. But there's other reasons. But we would try to do things and book around Vince Russo. And Vince is like a fucking child, man. Like, when Vince is looking this way, you do things, and he never even realizes what the fuck happened. So at one point, he wasn't looking this way at the X Division. And I said, well, shit, let's fuck with the X Division. Dutch is an older guy, traditional wrestling values, but he has a great mind for, what's the fucking term I'm looking for, man? Oh, shit. Current culture, something culture.
Sure.
Pop culture.
Pop culture.
So he's got an open mind. And I was like, well, you want to fuck with that, man? Why don't we do this for a stint? Let's make all X Division matches triple threats for the X Division belt. And Jerry Lynn used to just show up at the studio to hang out.
Yeah.
When he was around that area for whatever reason. And Chris Daniels was half-ass on the roster. I was like, those guys have seen their best years, but they're like you and me. Let's pass the torch. Let's bring them in and have them agent the triple threat X Division matches as player coaches.
Yeah.
Because either one had an ego.
Yeah.
They will put anybody over. Instead of, you know who they had doing it? Pat Kenny. You know who that is?
No, I don't know if I do.
Simon Diamond.
Oh, Simon, sure, yeah.
No, Simon Diamond was a worker, but not that fucking X Division worker.
Right.
And his project was the damn X Division where it was at its worst. And it's not because Pat's not talented. Pat's a talking motherfucker.
Yeah.
No one ever used him to fucking teach these assholes to talk. I seen him at two independent events that were decent class ones, not your retard festivals like Jimmy Blaze and Powell. But I seen him, and it was actually once against Jerry, and it was funny to watch this young kid, because Jerry was ECW champ. This is right before or right after.
Yeah.
And Jerry is gold power, man, because he broke in. He only weighed 150 pounds. But it was funny to watch him try to politic his way, because he knew he couldn't keep up with Jerry to give an entertaining match, but meet Jerry in the middle. And I thought, I like this little guy, you know?
Yeah.
Then I seen him on something else where they booked him, he was hurt, but they used him anyway, and the motherfucker didn't need to work. He got more over talking because nobody on that show could fucking talk a lick.
Yeah.
So, they started to do that shit instead of looking, because, Dixie had a boner for him, but that wasn't his fucking forte, So I did like to see that, and I also like to see, I didn't even know, that Jerry Lynn is agenting for AEW.
Yeah.
And the fact that somebody's listening to him. So let's go ahead and say Jerry's probably trying to agent for AEW.
Right.
All right, this is the first teaser. Again, like, subscribe. The biggest thing we do here is subscribe, support us, and stream our content on Patreon. The weekly Rantcast, and also really fucking probably almost 500 matches by now. But what you get is our big monthly tapings, like PPW 400 and things like that, when you support us on Patreon. help me not to take our pro wrestling tees relationship for granted. We've got some cool shirts there. We're going to get some more PPW shirts. We've got the PPW shirt, and then we've got a retro shirt, which is really fucking cool that I think you guys would like today too. Don't forget Twitter. Hit us up on Insta, Facebook. You can stream our stuff on PivotShare, but PivotShare doesn't really give a shit about us anymore, and they also take better than 50% of our creation, which is bullshit. You know, they sit back and they figure, well, if we have 100 idiots on here that get 50% and don't do anything, less effort, money, let's figure out what your time's worth. They're making money. For us, it's like a blip. It doesn't even pay the electric bill, you know? So, yeah, man, appreciate it. And, again, what we're going to get into is what I believe is wrong with the industry today on the main podcast. And what that's going to be about is the 2020. It's so funny, dude, now, because these guys think that they invented strong style, high flying, cruiserweight shit. We're going to get into depth about Tajiri and super crazy and the like. And like I told our students, the people that we're training here, is that just for a second, watch this and watch what these guys, like, even, I'll be honest with you, Kenny Omega or the top guys from Japan are trying to do. This over 21 years old, Tajiri versus...
Yeah, it's been a while.
The versus fucking super crazy. And these guys couldn't touch the believability factor or athleticism or wrestling in that match, you know? Thanks again. Now we're going to do the Randcast. So look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, they were.
All right, podcast teaser, May.